were leaving that he was throwing up in the car going home.
That was on the car when we got home too, when vomit. Daddy wouldn't stop and let him vomit on the side of the road.
Weren't all four of us kids in the back fighting?
I remember that, so I must have been on that trip. The vomit was out the back window on the car on the side.
Oh, is that how it was?
Yeah, and the bear print on the front on Mama's passenger window. And on the windshield, around to the bears like this.
Oh, that was a Jeep?
Yeah, it would be revved up high RPMs going 45. It was just shaky and rattly all the time anyway. It wasn't a smooth running car. The back tailgate would scream.
Yeah.
You know how the tailgate, one opens and one goes down?
Yeah.
And then they just go like this all the way on the trip. And it was going bump, ba-da-bump, ba-da-bump.
Yep.
Because the concrete was slabs with seams.
Oh, yes.
And it goes bump, ba-da-bump, 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 all the way.
Well, and
Do
it
you remember
wasn't
that?
air conditioned either.
No air conditioning.
No.
So you had to roll the windows down. But then if you go 45 miles an hour, I guess that's not...
That was top speed for that Jeep
Yeah,
station
it
wagon.
was revved up high RPMs at the sound of it.
And Daddy never checked the oil.
No.
He ruined a couple of engines that way.
I think it had 4 engines in it all its lifetime.
Wow.
And Mama thought that when it got bad and ran out of oil, that it was kaput. It's time to get another car.
Mm-hmm. Well, if Daddy didn't want to read the manual, she should have then. But she didn't know anything about it. But she could have asked Uncle Lester or somebody that knows about cars. They could say change the oil, the air filter, get a certain kind of gas, and somebody could teach them basic things.
Were any of the uncles or anybody mechanically inclined?
Well, Les lived at 905 at the time, so he would come up and look at the car and help him what he could. And I think Uncle Leon was there one time, because Les and Leon were both together telling Daddy about, why you're not looking at the oil.
He actually did that?
Mhm.
Yeah, somebody should.
But Daddy didn't learn anything from that, I don't think.
Probably not. It didn't soak in, I guess.
What did Grandpa's people do in Denmark? They were farmers or...
Yeah, well, they thought he was strange because he was from Illinois, the United States. But we here thought he's nuts because he came from Denmark.
Oh.
So he was just,
Maybe, yeah.
it wasn't because he was Danish.
Right.
It was just him.
Mm-hmm. And his suitcase, it smelled like mothballs. We thought it smelled like that in Denmark, and that's why the suitcase smelled like that. Remember?
I didn't remember that. No.
That is funny.
I didn't know that mothballs, were something you put in it.
So you thought his oddities were because he was a foreigner.
Yeah,
Odd. That's
Yeah,
Mother's
Mama.
term for him, odd.
yeah, Mama always says, don't marry a foreigner.
Oh.
That's right.
I wonder if she didn't think about divorce at that time.
I
Why-
wondered if she had ever...
Why would she say that to me? And I don't know if she said it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't marry a foreigner.
Yeah.
Why would she say that? If she,
just really detested his ways.
Well, divorce was a shameful
Non-option.
thing back then.
yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
And yet, when they got old, she goes, well, where's Bun?
Mm-hmm.
And he was dead already. And she asked where Grandma was. Right? And I didn't want to tell her Grandma died if she couldn't remember that.
And she'd
Yeah.
say, oh,
Yeah,
like it had just happened.
yeah. So I tell her she's resting.
Mm-hmm. How long was she like that?
10 years,
Oh my.
wasn't it?
Well, she was like that when she broke her hip, wasn't she?
I'd say it's 10 years.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
It went on a long time. The whole time she was living in her one-bedroom apartment that they moved up there. That's why they moved up there, because he was nuts for 2 years and she was getting like that,
Yeah.
peeing on the floor.
It
And
happened so slow that you don't know exactly what year
Yeah.
it was.
you'd come in there and she'd be laying on the kitchen table because she said she couldn't find the bed.
Oh my.
And Daddy was off sitting on the pedals of the wheelchair
Oh my.
one time, and the kitchen table was up here, and he slid off. We had him tied in, but he got out somehow.
Yeah, slid down in.
Yeah, he's sitting there, but he wasn't complaining.
He
just-
wasn't a complainer at all, was he?
Nope. No, he was easy, patient.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a wet diaper would make him itchy and squirmy. I think that would do it.
Yeah.